In this episode, the Film and Media Arts program hosts the 6th Annual Film Festival. UPIKE gets a new video production studio. UPIKE's esports team prepares for their season with a new head coach. Students get physical with some 3-on-3 basketball, and the Salvation Army visits for a chat. All this and more on today's episode of Bear TV News. Hello, UPIKE viewers, and welcome to the February 2020 edition of Bear TV News. I'm Nick Collum.
And I'm Lance Tackett, and we are covering the most recent news in and around the UPIKE community. Get your popcorn ready, UPIKE, because we've got movies coming to campus. The 6th Annual UPIKE Film and Media Arts Festival is fast approaching, and it will be highlighting a variety of high-quality regional and international films.
The UPIKE Film and Media Arts program is hosting their 6th Annual Film Festival, April 2nd through the 4th, to promote the art of filmmaking on both the UPIKE campus in Pikeville, Kentucky, and in the surrounding regions. We accept films across the country and across the world from filmmakers from all ages. We accept films like narratives, documentaries, animated, experimental, youth films, features, and shorts. In addition to our competitive film screenings, we also hold a screenplay contest. The films from the tri-state area like Kentucky, Virginia, and West Virginia can be submitted for free. We will have $1,000 in prize money that will be divided up for the following awards. If you have any additional questions, please email us at fmafest@upike.edu. We interviewed Andrew Reed, the UPIKE Film and Media Arts professor and one of the co-founders of the film festival, to see how the history has changed over time and how it grew over the last few years.
Back in 2014, that fall, I got together with two other students, David Chapman and Aaron Asbury, and we founded the first UPIKE Film and Media Arts Film Festival. And ever since that time, we've held it every year in the spring, and so this is our 6th one coming up here real soon, and we hope it's the biggest one yet. We certainly have more submissions than we've ever had before. We have 150 plus right now, over 100 hours of films, and a lot of screenplays, I think 30-something screenplays. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. The reason that we have the film festival is to promote filmmaking in the region. We want to provide opportunities for our students to connect with other regional filmmakers. We want high school and middle school students that are interested in video production to come here to our campus to see what our students are doing, showcase their work, and show them the opportunity that they might have if they come here to pursue a college education.
We interviewed festival coordinator Adam Cole to get his perception of the festival this year.
This annual, we actually have the largest one that I've seen so far. We already have 155 submissions within our film. We have a whole crew that's working on trying to figure out what submissions to go, because some of these submissions are even 2 hours long. So we have multiple screenplays. We all have writers, and we have documentaries. We have people I've actually had emails from people all the way through Louisiana, and I've even had people in Colorado email me asking me about being able to submit, be able to make their way over here to participate in the festival.
I want to say thanks to Adam Cole and Andrew Reed for interviewing about the film festival, and this is Jalen Stone for Bear TV News.
Speaking of film and video, students and faculty are getting even more of a chance to be creative this semester with the addition of a new video production studio space on campus.
The University of Pikeville seems to be changing for the better. This semester, new technology has been introduced for students that are interested in the film and media program.
So we had a grant that was available through Title III through the Student Success Department. And through that grant, there was some extra funding that allowed us to have an opportunity to build a studio. With the help of our Film and Media Arts Department, we actually were able to make this a functioning space. And so with that opportunity, it seemed too good to pass up.
And within the room itself, we have a 82-inch light board, so somebody can record a presentation, but also keep eye contact with whoever is going to be watching the video later. So that's really nice to have. We do have several cameras that will film up to 4K. So we have very high quality video equipment and audio equipment, the space to use it in, and then the support from our Film and Media Arts work study students to be able to use the equipment to its capacity.
The studio room opened to students last semester, but just 3 weeks into the spring, this room has found its popularity.
So this is the new studio space that was created last fall, and it's basically for anybody and everybody. Whoever wants to come in here and create whatever they want to create. We have a whiteboard, we have green screens, you can do a podcast in here if you want. There's all kinds of different options. We've already had professors, and even President Webb has come in here and filmed a couple podcasts and videos for the whole faculty here at UPIKE. But one of the best things that's been going on is we actually have a student podcast group that's been going on, the Uncensored, and they've come in here and filmed a couple episodes, and it's really fun and exciting and super innovating, and we love hearing what they'd like to say about UPIKE.
Hey, I'm Maggie Sheffer. I'm part of a group that does a podcast usually once a week. We're called the Uncensored, and what we do is we try and get a bunch of different people from campus, hear all sorts of different voices, anybody that wants a voice and wants to speak about something, that's usually what we do. We have a lot of fun doing it. We even get sometimes professors. We had a professor on there a few weeks ago, but it's me, Kelsey White, Zach Bray, and Will Wheeler. And, we just have a lot of fun, and especially using this studio, they do a really great job of helping us out.
As you can see, the studio in the library has brought many opportunities to all students. We can't wait to see what the future holds for this area. I'm Adam Cole, and this is Bear TV News.
The Salvation Army stopped by campus recently, and it wasn't just to ring bells. Lieutenant Dustin Fitch, a former UPIKE student, came by to discuss the importance of the work the Salvation Army is doing around the globe.
Convocation is held every Tuesday at 11 a.m., but this past Tuesday there was a very special guest. Lieutenant Dustin Fitch of the Salvation Army came and spoke to the students and faculty of the University of Pikeville. He spoke of the importance of the Salvation Army and what they were involved with locally as well as globally. The Salvation Army has assisted people in over 130 countries.
The Salvation Army is one of the largest relief Christian organizations in the world. And surprisingly, the Salvation Army really doesn't have a work in Eastern Kentucky. So I think the more that students can be exposed, but particularly when it comes to jobs, service opportunities, connecting with those kind of organizations really opens doors later for our students.
Lieutenant Fitch is also a former UPIKE student and fraternity leader. During our time together, he spoke about his time at the university as well as what led him to join the Salvation Army. He also spoke about his time at the Salvation Army's Camp Swonecki and the importance of what is offered there.
So rural kids who are struggling with parents or inner city kids who have parent issues, addiction issues, they come out to camp, can immerse themselves, meet all kinds of new people, and it becomes a sanctuary and refuge for them.
Camp Swonecki offers children between the ages of 7 and 13 a place of refuge and a place to get away from their everyday lives. The camp offers many programs and activities for the children to enjoy, such as swimming, archery, boating, and horseback riding. There is also a high ropes course, which includes a zip line and climbing wall, an 18-hole disc golf course, and an animal farm. For more information on Camp Swonecki, visit campswonecki.com or visit the Salvation Army's website for job and volunteer opportunities. I'm Jordan Mullins, and this is Bear TV News.
With graduation fast approaching for seniors at the end of this semester, many are concerned about finding jobs. One fortunate UPIKE alumnus, Travis Stamper, landed a job almost immediately after graduation with Hall Enterprises. There, he edits videos for a local YouTube celebrity. He also helps them produce advertisements for local businesses. The national average for finding employment after college is 5 to 6 months, so at UPIKE applaud Travis on his success.
The Film and Media Arts program at UPIKE really helps me to sort of find a place in life. And the biggest worry that I had obviously was, film media arts, it's sort of a niche kind of major. Am I ever going to find a job? And luckily, almost as soon as I graduated, I immediately found positions to apply for. And getting a job, I had a job probably within a month of actually graduating.
For more information about preparing for a career outside of college, please contact Campus Employment Specialist Sonia Smith at soniasmith@upike.edu. Now it's time for our sports update.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Stone here to tell you all the latest sports news on campus. UPIKE offers a significant number of athletic programs for students, athletes, but did you know there are intramural athletic programs open for all students as well? Intramural 303 basketball has just started up and we've got all the details.
Intramural basketball season is upon us here at the University of Pikeville. For the second year in a row, the university is holding a 3-on-3 tournament with 12 teams participating. The rules are simple. The first team to score 25 points by ones and twos wins the game. There is no win by two rule, and all games are held at the UPIKE Gymnasium. I spoke with Brandon Richardson today while he was scouting the other teams before his next game.
First game we had went to overtime, actually, and it was a battle. I mean, it was 24-24, 20 seconds on the clock. Time expired. We didn't get a shot up, and went to overtime. Lost in overtime, unfortunately. I think it was 29-27, but I think it was a good experience for the team.
Brandon also wanted to comment on how he thought his team performed after their first performance.
Not as well as we would like to, but first day, getting our legs under us, should be a good season though.
I also got to catch up with Adam Lanos about why the 3-on-3 tournament stayed and why the 5-on-5 tournament did not make a return.
A lot of people had some self-preservations for it, but they ended up saying, man, it was really competitive, especially since we do call their own fouls, kind of like more of a street ball type, style, call your own fouls, so no petty foul calls, respect the call. If somebody calls a foul, respect the call.
Adam went on to hint about a 5-on-5 tournament that could be coming soon, but is still in the works. And I'm Lance Tackett with Bear TV News.
Now, let's take the competition to the arena, the eSport arena, that is. The UPIKE's eSport team is preparing the season and is under the direction of a new head coach.
2019 saw many changes for the UPIKE esports program, and one of the major changes was the introduction of new head coach Jefferson Carmen. Carmen talks about his adjustment from a big city environment to a small city environment, as well as the experience of getting to know the students currently involved with the program.
I grew up mostly really close to larger cities, and Pikeville is a bit of an adjustment there. Now, the great thing about being at Pikeville, esports-wise, is, well, you might not have the resources of, say, being really close to Fort Wayne, Indiana, or Indianapolis, Indiana. There's a lot of passionate people who have come to Pikeville to gather with people who are passionate about esports, which is why this program's been so successful. Here at UPIKE, we've got League of Legends, we've got Overwatch, we've got Hearthstone, and all three of these teams have a lot of potential. So it requires you to manage time, manage the arena, manage the teams, and give everybody the best opportunity they can to be successful during the year.
Carmen has impressed the program so far with his efforts and work ethic. The students involved have enjoyed his company and leadership and are looking to achieve higher goals throughout the semester. Overwatch captain Steven Osborne comments on his experience with Carmen and how the morale of his teammates has improved overall.
If you want to attribute anything to esports, is that we're flexible. Being that our sport is online, we have tons of opportunity to reschedule or find things that normal sports can't do. We can compete with schools in California, and no other sport can do that because the travel time is just too far. So I think there's a lot of flexibility just in the nature of what we do already, and I think that I wouldn't attribute anything from JT to where that we're being held back in any way.
Reporting from the UPIKE Esports Arena, I'm Logan Alexander with Bear TV News.
For the final segment in the sports update today, I sat down earlier this week to profile one of our senior student athletes that will be graduating soon.
Burden Gibson is a senior here at UPIKE and has played football throughout his college years. He is a communications major, has a bright future in front of him. We caught up with him to see what he has been up to.
I'm enjoying my time free since I've been finished playing football. Just been really trying to manage my time and focus more on school and get my schoolwork done. Right now I'm just working on getting my degree in college and just working on graduating this fall.
We also wanted to know a little bit more about his studies in communications.
I major in communications. I started to major because I feel like communication is a part of our lives, our daily lives, and just trying to figure out how we use communication in all the forms that we use to communicate with each other on a daily basis. I think it's interesting to know about those kind of things.
With Brandon Gibson's communication studies, let's see what he is interested in pursuing with his future.
Yeah, I'll be interested in being a sports analyst. Doing some of the things that you see on TV every day, like people hosting their own talk shows. I like to do something like that.
Thank you to Brandon Gibson, and this is Jalen Stone for Bear TV News.
That's all for UPIKE Sports Update. I'm Jalen Stone. Go Bears.
Thanks, Jalen. Well, that wraps it up for today's show. We'll return next month with even more stories. Thank you for watching. I'm Nick Collum.
And I'm Lance Tackett, and this has been your February 2020 edition of Bear TV News.